This is the funeral scene from 1982's Gandhi. It begins close before tilting up to reveal an ocean of people as far as the eye can see. These are 300,000 extras. And no, none of it's CGI. It's to this day, and will forever be, the most amount of extras employed for one scene. But how did we get here? What's changed today? And will the record ever be broken? 106 years ago, D.W. Griffith set the record for the largest ever Hollywood set for his epic Intolerance. The film called upon 16,000 extras, with this set helping it become the most expensive movie of its time. 11 years later, Fritz Lang's Metropolis employed 38,000 extras, with some amazing shots that still hold up today. One of the greatest shots of all time comes in 1928's The Crowd, as we majestically rise up this New York skyscraper before leveling out and gliding through one of its windows. Inside, we find an endless expanse of employees, before zooming in on the film's subject. For Gandhi, the task of finding and organising hundreds of thousands of extras weighed heavily on cast and crew.
There's a bloody bus coming in there. What's that coming across the road?
How could they recruit this many people, keep them controlled, and shoot a movie scene at the same time? Well, one thing can't be understated: how much the Indian people care about Gandhi. Knowing this, the shoot was arranged for January 31st, 1981, the 33rd anniversary of Gandhi's funeral. By 1956, the largest scale film ever made was Around the World in 80 Days.
It's a wonderful world if you'll only take the time to go around it.
With almost 70,000 extras, 8,500 animals, and 146 sets built across the world, it's a worthy mention on this list. But by this point, filmmakers realized there were other solutions for depicting massive crowds. 1959's Ben-Hur utilized matte paintings,
Matte shots have a long and illustrious history in motion pictures.
a process of extending a shot's landscape by painting on glass in front of the frame. With a skilled enough artist, the limits were now only up to imagination. And matte paintings dominated cinema for decades, popping up everywhere you'd look. But in 1995, Braveheart debuted a cutting-edge method of crowd tiling, stitching multiple takes of small groups of extras into one large scene, a much cheaper technique. Knowing how much the people of India cared about Gandhi's legacy, word spread about the film easily. Passionate to show support for the late national hero, locals flocked to recreate the scene from 1948. With significant funding from the Indian government, over 90,000 extras were paid a small fee. 11 crews shot over 20,000 feet of film. For reference, that's almost as much film as Alfred Hitchcock would shoot for an entire feature length. By the turn of the century, cinema-goers could now witness a never-before-seen scale of crowd, with the helpful tool of computer-generated imagery. Gladiator utilized CGI to fill out arenas of ancient Romans, although this fella in denim still found his way into the cut. But maybe the CGI crowd we're all most familiar with are the epic battles of Lord of the Rings. Using groundbreaking new software Massive, armies of thousands could be aimed at each other. The true selling point, however, was each soldier could think for itself. Thousands of factors could make up each individual's brain, dictating how it attacks, how it falls, or how it flees. And frankly, we've never looked back. In anything you watch today, you can bet good money those crowds are computer generated. In a time when it's doable at home on a laptop, it's no wonder. While the production of Gandhi did successfully arrange, organize, and shoot hundreds of thousands of people, it wasn't without good timing, a world-class crew, and a lot of money. This record can be broken. It just doesn't make sense to, which is why I know just the man for the job.